Virginia! What's up, girl? Howdy. I don't know what these people are doing. I think they found out real quick there's not an exit. Okay. From Alabama. More of that sun. Go back behind the clouds.
It's right in my eye view.
It's blinding me.
I'm blinded by science.
Oh, yeah. Kind of hard to hide on the register, ain't it? You know, somebody asked me, you know, it's every day. People ask us different questions. Today was one of those days, I don't know. I mean, the last few days or more, there's been a lot going on in my mind. Yeah, I'd say there has been. Yeah, there's been a lot going on in my mind. And it's confusing, some of it. Trying to work through some of my thoughts and my issues. And don't you hate it when you get that feeling whenever you're not sure exactly what to pinpoint on that emotion you're having at the time at? Because we all have a lot of things going on. I think this is what happens. We all have these different things in our life going on, you know, relationships, job, finances, you know, there's just so many different things that we have going on. And I think sometimes it was just our mind tries to think of them all at once sometimes, and it gets so overwhelming, and it's just, you don't know what to do. Your body just freaks like, I don't know, it's like a short circuit, and you just start freaking out, you know, and you don't know what's going on. There's a lot of emotions at once, and I'll just start crying or whatever, you know, and then somebody will ask, are you okay? What's going on? I'm like, I'm okay. I'm like, no, you're not. Stop lying. I'm like, well, I can't tell you exactly what's wrong because I don't totally understand myself. You know, and a lot of times for me in my life, you know, I want to hear people's stories and things like that, because listening to others talk about the things they're going through in life and how they're dealing with it, what they've overcome, and what they're still working on doing, you know, hearing the people's stories and things, where they're coming from, where they're going, where they've been, it's inspiring to listen to, because a lot of times it helps me. When people ask me, you know, how come I go on here and I talk like I do and I post it on YouTube and everything else, they'll say, why do you do that? And I'm like, because it's my therapy. You know, a lot of times when I'm talking out loud, you know, I hope that not only in the things that I say, I'm hoping somebody else can relate and they can understand, and it helps them to be able to deal with something maybe in their life. You know, not that I have any answers, that I have all the problems, but you never know what someone needs to hear. And so whenever I go live and I talk, and I try to be where it's not all about me, you know what I mean? I try to make it to where instead of going, why do I, where it's more of, why do we? Why do we as a society, why do we as a human, why do we as a person, whatever you want to call it, why do we do the things we do? Why do we feel the way we feel about things? And a lot of times, if you go back into your life and you look through your life and the issues in your life and the trauma you've gone through, for me, I don't focus on, well, this is your fault or my fault. I focus on, okay, that happened. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It doesn't matter. It's happened. There's no changing it. So therefore, you need to decide to figure out what in your life, why that went wrong. Maybe it's simply you're not focusing your life doing the right things. I feel like the more positive energy you put out in the world, the more positive energy you get. Does that mean that that positive energy is going to take care of your finances, going to take care of your... Stop worrying about the finances. That's what I say. I say stop worrying about the finances. And you say, oh, well, we can't, Bopper. We have to worry about the finances. That's how the world works. Money, money, money. And if that's the way you need to live your life, is money's going to run it and rule it, live your life, go to someone else's life, because this life is not for you. Hey, Mama. Thank you. And I think I'm having a mental health life. I'm not having a month. I'm having a mental health life. But I don't want to worry about the finances. I feel like God never intended for us to just be worried about finances and money all the time. I feel like if you do God's work, if you do the things He wants to do, He's going to take care of you. It may not be a fancy house, a nice car and all that, but it will be what you need. Which it'll be what you need. That kindness goes a long way, and it's so sad to me in this world, all the people that I see that's kind. The youth leaders I've had growing up, the people I went to church with, the people I looked up to when I was a child. And you thrive. Even still in my life, I look towards a lot of these people because I want to know. I've been watching them my whole life. I want to know, okay, they've done this in their life. They're inspired me. Now, are they continuing on, or have they decided I'm hanging up my coat, it's the next generation's turn? It's not the next generation's turn. It's every generation's turn. We got to stop waiting on someone else to make that first move. Because if you continue to wait on someone else to make that first move, you're going to be waiting your entire life. God is strength. You're so right. God is strength. And He never gives us any more than we can handle. I believe that totally. And I have been put through the ringer on some tests. And I think everything we go through in this life is a test to prepare us for a better place. Because no matter what if you want to look at it as whenever we pass on and we go to heaven and it's just, oh, we stand there all the time and praise God, or we do this, we do that, great. But I feel like He's preparing us for something greater than we are. I don't know exactly what that is. I mean, I can read the Bible from front to back and throw out scriptures left and right, and those are amazing and awesome. But every scripture in that book is about love somewhere in it. Somewhere love is in there. I mean, that's all He asks. Love one another. Do unto others as you want done to you, and that's not easy. Not in this world. Because you do good, you try to go out there and you give it your all and you help someone, and then you get screwed over, or you get your trust broken or whatever, and it makes it harder sometimes to trust that next person. I hear all the time from the youth leaders and other people saying, be more Christ-like. Be more Christ-like. You have to figure out what that means to you. What does be more Christ-like mean to you? For me, it doesn't mean I'm going to be a God and I'm going to control the world. No, and not that anybody thinks that, but maybe someone. Because look at Jesus Himself. Let's look at Jesus himself, okay? We look at him as we put him on this throne and he's perfect because that's God's son. It's God in the flesh. But in order for God to love us, in order for God to do things, he put his son here. His son, knowing everything that was going to happen to him. He knew he was going to be the beard plucked from his face, the thorns pressed on his head. He knew that he was going to have the flesh ripped from his body. Yet he did all of those things, knowing that still because he loves us. If that's not to be more Christ-like, we can compare that in our lives. How can you not compare that in your lives? Be more Christ-like. Why do we get, you got one more chance. God has never in his life, nor Jesus, ever said to anyone in this entire existence, you have one more chance. Never has he ever said that. We say that. We say you have one more chance. Why? Because it's easier for us? Do you think, how easy is it for a man that loves us so much? Think about this a minute. We're talking about being Christ-like. A man that loves us so much to watch the things we do in this world, the bad things, the way we treat each other. Tell me this man is not sitting up there weeping, crying, but still giving us every single chance in the world. Trusting us, giving us hope, bringing other people into our lives to support us and help us to continue to make that better day each day. Yet we're still too selfish. We're still too scared to do that right thing. I don't have a whole lot of money. I don't have any money, really. I'm staying in a friend of mine's living room. Because despite all the people in my life that say they got my back and they're there for me, it was someone I hadn't talked to in years that actually opened their door up and said, here. Now, some of these people, I'm not saying every one of them was like, oh, well, I didn't have any room. Well, that's great. I'm sorry. I don't understand that. I'm not mad at anybody for not having a place for me and my wife. But money is not. We should help each other out. We're too busy going, what's in it for me? How does helping that person better me at my life? We're too worried about our earthly life, our worldly life. We're too worried about that to focus on the future, because it may take us an hour, 2 hours to make dinner, but it takes us 10, 15 minutes to eat it. We have all these things in life that we have time limits on limits. You can take as long as you want to eat your lunch. But he prepares us here. We only have a short time on this earth. We have no idea. None of us are immortal that I know of. Not a single one of us is immortal. Preparing. I don't know. I don't know what is on after this. We have all ideas. We have thoughts. We will not know until we're there. We have a guideline, a story, an idea, a hope that we hang ourselves on. But I don't know. All I know is while I'm here on this earth, I can choose to be miserable. I can choose to be sad, depressed, judge people, and be alone all my life. Or I can understand and realize that there are people in this world that I may not agree with the way they live. They may not agree with the things they do in their life, but I don't have to. There's nothing in this anywhere in the world written that says I have to worry or agree with everything everybody agrees with. They don't have to agree with everything I have to agree with. But we have to love them. We have to be there for them. I want to be there to make them smile. I want to be there to make them laugh. I want to be there to give them a shoulder to cry on. I want to be there. Because if I continue my life searching for people that are just like me, I'm going to live a lonely life. Because I'll never stop searching. I'll never stop searching. I searched for many, many years to fill a hole in my life. I thought it was doing this, or I thought it was doing that, or I thought it was going over here and going over this. I thought it was so many different things that was going to fill that hole, but it wasn't. It was realizing that I'm not alone. It's realizing that I'm loved. It's realizing that I have friends and loved ones, cherished loved ones. Friends is such a loose word to me because friends, you have two kinds of friends. You have friends, and then you have family. A friend is somebody that'll laugh with you. They'll do duets. They'll sing with you. They'll do all kinds of different stuff. But when it comes to the serious moments in life, when it comes to you bearing your soul, talking about your issues, they're like, hey, well, I'll catch you on the flip side. Family. They're there no matter what. They don't have to understand or agree. They don't even have to know how to help you. Most of the time, all they have to do, and they don't even have to do that. They do it because they choose to listen to you, to love you. We're so tied up on labels. We have been for years. Even before I was born, we were tied up on labels. We just started throwing more labels out there. It's the love we need to throw more of. The kindness. The undying love and support we can give each other. There have been people on this app that I have met here recently, got to have good conversations with, and I love them so much. They're amazing, the love they have in their hearts, the willingness and the desire to make hate homeless. I mean, the willing and desire just to try to let someone know they're not alone. We don't have to be exactly like each other to love each other. I want to understand each other. I don't know all the answers. I don't even know what I'm looking for most of the time. I guess it's understanding, respect, kindness. I guess it's something to believe in, to want to believe in more than myself. But it doesn't have to be a higher being. That's great, and I believe in God. And don't get me wrong, God is number one on my book. But every religion, every point of view, unless you're some kind of devil worshiper or something, and it's all about love, about acceptance. We have so many different ways to love someone, to be. I get so overwhelmed sometimes because I'm so scared. I don't know how to be exactly Christ-like in a sense, where he just lets it, because to me, in my mind, he just let all the pain and everything just roll off his shoulders. I know it hurt him, and I know he cried, and I know he But I'm not Christ. I don't pretend to be. I just want to be part of something better and bigger and stronger than me. I want to know I can make a difference in someone's life. Whether it be me crying, bawling my head off, talking about the dumb stuff in my head, or just listening, whatever it is, I just want to know and believe that I am making a difference in someone's life. The way others are making a difference in mine. And isn't that way we all are? We want to know. We want to believe. Why is it so hard for us to believe it? We have people in our life all the time that tell us we don't believe in ourselves. We never have. We try to. We want to. And for a short, brief moment, we can. But most of the time, we do not believe in ourselves and the things people tell us. And it's so sad. And it's because there is so much hate, so much ignorance, so much pain and bullying and tearing down each other, that how can we enjoy it when we're afraid of the rejection from others? We can tell ourselves all day long, I don't need anybody else's acceptance. I don't need anybody else's validation. I don't need none of that. And we can tell ourselves that till the day we die. And every single time we tell ourselves that, we are full of shit. Jesus needs us. God needs us to believe in Him. Why can't we need others to believe in us? Because we need that in our lives. We need to know we are making a difference, because if not, we end up laying in the road, letting someone run us over. We end up putting a gun to our head. We end up doing something really stupid. We need that validation from others. We shouldn't, sure. Tell yourself that. That makes you sleep better, but we need it. And I want to spread it. I want to tell everyone. And I never's enough. I can sit here and talk for hours. I can make 1,000 million bazillion videos. And it's never feels like enough to show someone just how much I love or care for them. Mr. Kent, I love you. I think you are amazing. The only reason I'm pointing you out is because that's the first one I see when I looked at the screen. Mr. Kent, I love you. I think you're amazing. I think you're going to change so many people's lives. I think you're going to have those days where you're not sure if you're doing enough, because we are. How can you not have a beautiful, loving heart to help someone else and not feel like you're not doing enough? When there's so much pain, there's so much hurt in this world, you're going to have those days, those moments where you just say, like, I'm not doing enough. Please. You're going to have those days, those moments where you just say, like, I'm not doing enough. Please just take me now, you know? You just feel like you're not doing enough. But in other people's lives, and Mr. Kent, in my life, you are doing so much more than you realize. By accepting me, by loving me, even though we may not agree on every single thing, we agree on a lot. It doesn't matter, because you love me. And I know you do, because you've told me, you've showed me, you've been there. Georgia, she's been there. Y'all have all been there. And I'm so afraid sometimes. And I need to be like a hat and be able to take that fear off my head and throw that damn thing away. I wish it was that easy, but it's not that easy. It never is. That's giving up. No, instead, I want the pain. I don't want it all the time. No, sirree, Barbarino, I don't want to feel it all the time. But those moments, I need that. I need to feel, because that's what continues to fire me. Because whenever I get down and I feel like I have this last week, I go and I look at Mr. Kent's page and I know that they love me. I go to George's page and I watch their stuff and I know that she loves me. I go into their lives and they're like, Bubber! And it just it fills me with love and joy and acceptance. And it makes me want to continue to go on. There's so many people in this world like that. 34 people was on that video that I made the other day. And I didn't just go and just random nilly-willy. I went through my contacts, and anybody in the last 6 months that has been in my lives, that has shown me kindness, that's who was on that page. People that have changed my life, gave me a reason or a will to keep on going, because I know that I'm understood. I may not always feel it, but I can look at those people and I know that no matter what kind of day I'm having, they love me. They care for me. And all I got to do is reach out. And with 34 people, if one's busy, there's another one right behind them. I've never had that many people in my life that I can count on. I've never had. It's nice. It's nice. It's a great feeling. It's an honor to be in the lives of these people. I got a long walk ahead of me. Journey. It might be a short journey. I don't know how long I have, but I'll keep spreading that kindness, that love, that understanding, and respect as long as I can. And those days when I feel like I just can't do it no more, I'll look at Mr. Kent and think of him fondly. I'll look at Georgia, April, Tony, Uber Noob, Channing, and my mom, and so many different others. And I know they're rooting for me. They're proud of me for the things that I've been able to accomplish in my life. I think a lot of times I feel like if I talk... Michelle, if you're outside, I'm over here. Well, that was real smart of me, was it? That was stupid. He just yelled across the parking lot like that. I got people looking at me now. Way to get the focus on you, dumbass.
I know it, right? Oh my goodness.
I don't know. It didn't even show who was calling. Who was trying to call me. Anyway, let me catch up.
It, right? Oh my goodness.
I don't know. It didn't even show who was calling. Who was trying to call me. Anyway, let me catch up. Yep. Right. Yes. Man, yep. Right. Yes. Man, yep. Right. Yes.